everybody. I'm Aria. I'm the director.
I'm Imad, assistant director.
Ow. Woo! Yeah! Welcome to Farragut North. Before we start, a few rules. No eating or drinking, no flash photography, no vaping, and no weapons.
Some warnings for the show. There are references to problematic sexual relationships, blood, and strong language. Also, after the first act, there will be a 15-minute intermission. The lights will go up. You'll know when it is. Enjoy the show.
I played you like a fucking fiddle.
Now, Stevie, you didn't play me.
Like a well-tuned
It was
fiddle.
the first race I ever
He
covered.
was gullible.
Do you see
Like
this?
putty in my hand.
You didn't play me. You convinced me. You persuaded me. There's a difference.
Okay, come on, the story.
Right, okay, so this was 2016?
2014.
Right, 2014.
You know, we studied Greasy versus Goldman in one of our poli-sci classes.
No shit.
Yeah, you wrote a paper on it.
Look at that, I am already a footnote in history.
Well, it's not like the paper was published right away.
Okay, so this
You were 20. I keep forgetting that.
just turned 20. This was my fourth campaign.
20 fucking years old.
Yeah, I know. We could even buy her drinks.
I managed to sneak my fair share.
Okay, so the
There's
race.
more than your fair share.
Okay, so the race. It was a tight fucking race. And this was New York politics too. Nasty. Just as rough and tumble as anything that you see here in Des Moines.
But not as cold.
Fucking Iowa.
Okay, so...
Okay, right. So 10 days out, our internals show that the suburbs are slipping a point and a half, 2 points a day. Now this slides out of the margin and we're fucked. The papers will show Cabrisi with the momentum, and on top of that, the media is pounding the shit out of us. Hit after hit after hit, including you, Ida. You're the worst of them.
I was just being a responsible journalist.
You were being a bitch.
Okay, I was being a little bit of a bitch. But not as much as Gordon, Judy at the Post. Judy was a real bitch.
Yeah, you were better than Judy, that's true. Okay, right. So I'm like, okay, this one's over. Chalk it up and move on. We can't win them all. But then, a miracle drops in our lap.
Yeah, Cabrisi's people really should have locked him up in a padded room. I mean, he had it in the
The
bag.
fucking bag! It was his to lose!
Talk about that comment, right? The thing Greasy
Who's
called...
telling the story about?
Sorry,
Okay,
Right, like manna from the heavens. So Cabrisi's doing this fundraiser out in Flatbush. He's raising all this money from all these conservative Jews that hate Goldman. So he starts ripping on Goldman, playing the crowd, whatever. And at one point, he calls Goldman a putz head. Gets a few laughs, moves on. Nobody thinks twice about it.
But there's this AP reporter there.
Total lightweight.
Josh Carlin, a local beat guy.
I hear he's a big shot now, covering the West Bay.
okay, I want to get to the good part.
Okay, so Josh, he puts this little blurb out on the wire, something like, Cabrisi makes remarks at Flatbush fundraiser. Doesn't make a ripple. But our Oppo guys, right, they rush into my office and they're like, look, Cabrisi called Goldman a putz head. And I'm like, so what? Who cares? So we called him a putz head, he's called us worse. And they're like, no, this is big. Apparently, putz head is Yiddish for dickhead. Meaning that Cabrisi publicly called Goldman a dickhead in Yiddish.
I love it.
Beautiful, right?
You have your silver bullet.
Exactly. So now I gotta figure out how to spin this. The problem is, we can't send out a release or it'll look like some desperate attack. So what I do is...
This is brilliant, I have to admit.
What I do is I call up the leader of the Democratic Jewish League, big supporter, threw us lots of money. Name was Mencken?
Ah, yeah, Harvey Mencken. I know that.
Right. So I'm like, Harvey, we've got a great opportunity to fuck Cabrisi here. I want you to quote this putz head comment and denounce Cabrisi of anti-Semitism. So he jumps at it. So I dictate the whole release to him over the phone, and it's out in 15 minutes. And then I tell him to organize a press conference with all the prominent Jewish leaders and all denounce Cabrisi as an anti-Semite, which he does.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it doesn't stick. I'm calling all these reporters, but nobody's biting, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? What is the one place where if I can get this to land, the one place that'll force everybody else to jump on board?
The time.
Yeah. So I give Ida a call.
And she used this sweet, innocent voice. Like, all of it was just news to her.
He didn't want to print it. Thought the story was unworthy of his time.
So, of course, you worked your magic.
She made me a wager.
I say, Ida, off the record, you have been fucking us for 2 weeks straight and giving Cabrisi a total pass. You owe us. If you write this story, I fucking guarantee you that it'll make it on the front page.
Which I said, bullshit.
So I say, Ida, if this story does not make it on the front page, not only will I buy you dinner at any restaurant of your choice in the entire city, but I will quit my job and never work in politics again. But if it does make it on the front page, you just got your first front page byline, and I'll still buy you dinner.
So you wrote the story.
Of course I did.
Not only did it make it on the front page, but it got 2 columns above the fucking fold.
Caprisi accused of anti-Semitism by Ida Horowitz.
Oh my god, it was an avalanche. Caprisi's on the defensive. First denies the comment, then admits to it, then refuses to apologize, then forced to apologize. In 24 hours, it's on every TV, news station, and radio in New York State. And it's cycling on all the 24-hour news channels. His message gets totally drowned out. Overnight, he drops 9 points. 4 days later, we win by 12. Total blowout.
Beautiful. You know, Ben, you should keep an eye on Stevie here, and you'll learn everything you need to know.
And Ben's twice as smart as I'll ever be.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's true. I mean, I gotta pass the torch eventually. I'm getting old.
Oh, why is it 25? You're gonna need a wheelchair before too long.
I still can't believe Goldman hired a fucking 20-year-old as press secretary.
I can't believe Morris hired a 25-year-old. I mean, a Senate race is one thing, but a presidential...
I'm keeping my head above the water.
You're doing more than that. You know, when I told the governor I wanted to hire Stevie here, you know what he said to me? He said, Paul, hire that fucking kid before anyone else does.
Look where she is now.
Doing my dirty work.
God help us.
Anyone else need a refill?
I'm good, thanks.
Come on, Ida, have another.
Tempting, but no. Paul?
You know, I would love another, but gotta get going in a few minutes. Goddamn security at the airport. Speaking of which, I should call a cab.
Do you want me to drive you?
You got a car?
It's a rental. A Suburban, no less.
4-wheel drive?
Airbags, anti-lock brakes, the works.
You know what? I'll take a lift, and I'll take another jack and coat. Still got a couple of minutes.
Stevie?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
whoa, whoa. You got that press conference later.
I'm fine.
1 Jack and Coke.
You know, he's a good kid. He's got a lot to learn, mind you, but he's a good kid.
Definitely worth keeping an eye on.
So, Paul.
Yes, Ida.
Paul.
Here it comes. You know, when he gets that shit-eating grin on his face, you know he wants something. Hit me.
You're going to the airport.
Correct.
You're getting on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
But where's that plane going?
See?
Out with it.
3 guesses.
You're not going back to headquarters.
True.
You're not going to New Hampshire.
Look at these deductive skills we got going on here.
What if I said South Carolina?
That's your final answer?
Final answer. You're going to South Carolina.
I will neither confirm nor deny that statement.
He's on fire.
Now tell me why.
That I cannot do.
Pretty please?
Nope.
A hint?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I hate you.
You love me.
I love Stevie. You, I hate.
Well, because I give you all the scoops.
Well, I deserve to be wooed too.
Oh, because I got Paul to agree to your profile.
Which wasn't easy, by the way.
What? You don't relish spending every living moment together?
Not if you're constantly trying to bait me.
Wouldn't make for a good story now, would it?
And it probably won't be anyway.
You'll make it nice, won't you, Ida?
No promises, my dear.
It better be good. I've given you great stuff.
Oh yeah, let's see. Excessive drinking, lewd comments, chewing tobacco. I'd say so, yeah.
You drink more than I do.
Yeah, but the profile's not about me. Oh, and I don't chew tobacco.
Paul Zara has flaws. Now there's your head.
That was good, but I'm thinking more like Morris's campaign manager, barbarian at the gate.
You know, you should do a profile on Stevie here. She's way more interesting than I am.
She doesn't have any flaws.
Oh, flattery won't get you shit. You're engaged.
Yeah, but my fiance wouldn't mind if it made a good story.
So it's gonna be one of those marriages, is it?
Do you think I'd let any husband of mine wear the pants?
See that rock again?
Good.
Unbelievable.
That's nice, huh?
At least you're married, Rich.
Is there any other way?
Let's go to a pawn shop and hawk this thing, and then you and I can get tickets to Vegas and get pitched at some tacky 24-hour staff.
In your dreams.
Breaking my heart.
You two are breaking my heart by not telling me what's going on in South Carolina.
Oh, you poor babe.
How's Mrs. Zara?
Mrs. Zara, oh, she's miserable. Just like she always is. Yeah, she's fine.
Stevie, how's Helen?
Kaput.
What?
Bye-bye, Helen.
No.
Not kaput necessarily.
It's over.
I'm so sorry.
It's really not worth talking about. We're just taking a break, that's all.
Oh, sure you are.
A little sensitivity is ordered here, Paul.
It's for the best. You know, you wouldn't even have time for her once we got to the White House anyway.
So what happened?
It's really not worth getting into. Let's just change the subject. Come on. We're ahead in the polls. We're having drinks. These are happy times, right?
Don't worry about her, Ida. This girl's bulletproof.
Here you go.
Thanks. How much do I owe you?
I got it.
Fuck off. You don't get paid enough to buy me a drink. So how much?
Really, I got it.
I'm telling you, he's a good kid.
So, Paul, changing the subject. Tell me something I don't know.
You know everything.
I don't know what's happening in South Carolina.
That's not changing the subject.
Fine. It's gonna happen on the 19th. What?
What do you think, Stevie?
Ours for the taking.
Ben?
We'll win.
What do you think, Ida?
I'm asking you.
Well, you tell me and I tell you.
If I had to say, it'll be close, but you'll eke it out.
Eek? Will eke it out? You see what he's trying to do here? He's trying to get under my skin.
No, but really though, what's gonna happen?
Us by 9.
9? There's no way you're gonna win by 9.
At least, maybe more.
Sounds pretty optimistic to me.
You don't get into this game if you're a pessimist.
You don't win unless you're a realist.
Okay, we win by 9. Ogilvy drops because he tanks here. Even if Pullman picks up all of his people, we can still take New Hampshire by double digits.
South Carolina?
We can take it.
Don't.
Okay, even if we don't, we take 5 or 6 of the 7 and it's over. I mean, Pullman runs dry in cash, the party rallies behind us, and then we've got 3 weeks to pound him into the dust before the next big round.
Looks like you've got it all planned out.
Look, listen to the girl. She knows what she's talking about.
So you're certain you're going to win here?
Oh, certain? No. Confident.
Yeah. You just said you'd win by 9.
And I think we will. But I won't say it's a sure thing. Look, St. Gabriel could blow his fucking horn and have his 4 horsemen ride off in and bring all the ballot boxes for Pullman. And it wouldn't surprise me. Look, 6 presidentials I've done, and I've never felt this good. But am I going to sit here and tell you, yes, Morris will definitely win Iowa? Not a chance. Look, in the past 30 years, 71 Democrats have run for office. And how many of them won? 2. That means 69 people ran thinking they had a chance, and then they all lost. No one in this world knows how to win a presidential campaign. Not Pullman, not Ogilvy, not Morris. No one.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to lose.
What I'm saying is that I'm not going to say it's a sure thing. Okay, look, if we do win,
You have to win Iowa.
damn straight we do. Morris not only has to win Iowa, he needs to crush Pullman. And I think we can. And when we do, our internet support is going to go through the roof. We'll hit 2 million supporters by July, and at 2 million, we'll hit a boiling point. Every motherfucker that felt beaten, bullied, and busted by the powers that be is gonna suddenly realize, hey, we can stick it to the man here. We can take on big business, oil, drug companies. 2 million will become 3, then 4, then 5. We have the potential to raise $500 million. The grassroots will become the mainstream, and the mainstream is gonna water the lawn, and that lawn is gonna stretch from Maine to New Mexico, from Alaska to Florida. I don't use the word revolution. That's what this could be. Millions of people standing up and shouting, "This is our goddamn country! We're gonna take it back from the people that stole it from us! We're gonna make the impossible possible again!" take a shit before I get on the train.
He's a genius.
Did you really buy into all that take back the world nonsense?
Buy into it. Well, I mean, I believe that everything that he says is possible. I mean, if there was ever a time that a candidate like ours, that an insurgent with a real message was gonna... Yeah, I guess I do. I do buy into it.
$500 million.
Okay, who would have thought that we would have raised 50 by now?
It's a long way from 500.
6 months ago, Morris was a nobody, and now we're leading in the polls. You know me, Ida. I'm not naive about this stuff. This is the one.
You really have drunken the Kool-Aid.
Oh, it's good. You should try some.
What about you, Ben?
Everything Stevie just said.
You have him treated so well.
I'm not shitting you here, Ida. I mean, I've had a good dose of cynicism pumped into me with every campaign that I've run, that I've done, but this thing, it's got me starry-eyed again. It's reminding me why I got into politics in the first place. Okay, so I grew up at a shit stain by the side of the road 50 miles south of DC, but it might as well have been 50,000. Half the folks in my town didn't even know that Congress had 2 S's in it, much less who their congressman was. So I made my way to DC, race by race, traded my accent for a fucking crackberry, and why? Because I didn't want to drive a tractor for the rest of my life. I wanted to be something. I wanted to change the world. That's what I love about my job. Every day is a chance to make a real difference.
You should get out of here now before you start sounding like her.
Don't listen to him. He gets paid to spoil the fun.
Not well.
Better than me.
You get power, prestige, and the chance to change the world. I get my name printed on cheap 8-point news stock. I think I deserve a little extra money for my troubles.
Ah, no dice. I'm constipated. Heathen hopped on the can with zilch. Nothing came out except some random cunt. All the load still stuck up in there.
Thank you for that image, Paul. I'm gonna try to erase it while I drive you to the airport.
No, the problem is too many cars. It just always happens. I gotta go on one of those, what do you guys call them, those all-protein diets.
Yeah, then you can shit properly and lose weight at the same time.
You calling me fat?
I wouldn't say you're skinny.
What do you think then? You calling me fat?
Whoa, of course not.
Ass kisser! I'm getting fat. It's even worse because I'm bloated right now.
Stop it.
You know why I drink so much of this stuff? Because it just flows right through.
On that note, I'm gonna hit the can before we go.
You know, Ben, you do so much work around here. I really owe you one. Go get yourself a drink.
That's okay, I'm fine.
Go get yourself a drink.
Really, fine.
I don't think you're hearing me very clearly. I'm saying that you should take this money, legal tender, and go get yourself a drink. What do you think?
I leave it to him. Nothing specific, just enough to whet his appetite.
He's gonna hound me on the way to the airport.
No, he won't. Not on the condition that he keeps it a secret.
You really think he will?
Okay, I know Ida. If we leak it to him now, off the record, he'll write us a great story once we go public, but to keep it from him, fuck us.
How? There's no way you can turn this into a bad story.
Ida always finds a way.
No specifics.
I'll keep it vague.
Because if this gets out, the whole thing could fold.
I know what I'm doing.
Look, I know you know what you're doing. I just get a little, you know.
This is the best way to go.
All right, Stevie. All right. If you say this is the way to go, then this is the way to go.
Never let you down, have I?
Not yet.
Oh, come on.
Look, I trust you. So do your thing. Leak it. Make it nice.
Done.
Now, about the press conference later.
Got it under control.
They're going to try and pin us on the new poll numbers.
Okay, as long as the governor keeps to my talking points, we should be fine. This white paper, Paul, it's good. We're gonna nail Pullman on renewable energy with a hammer this big.
Oh, what will I ever do without you, Stevie?
I got a raise.
You'll get your raise once we get to the White House.
That was quick.
Yeah, I don't have the same problems that Paul has.
Watch it. I'll shit in your Suburban.
That would make a story.
We better get going.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll pull around out front.
You know what? No. I'll pick you up.
Ooh, not a chance.
Look, give me the goddamn keys. I haven't driven in months, and I love driving in the snow.
Fine. It's in the garage across the street, second level.
You behave yourself.
Always.
I'll see you out front.
He's gonna crash my Suburban, isn't he? I should have taken that second drink.
Thompson.
What?
Marcellus Thompson.
Seriously?
This is off the record. You cannot let Paul have any idea that you know, or it'll be my ass. The only people that know are the governor following me.
My lips are sealed.
They have a meeting tomorrow at Thompson's house.
Is he going to endorse?
What do you think after Paul's been talking to him?
But he said publicly that he's not going to endorse anyone.
That's what they all say until you get them alone in a room.
So this is for real.
Yeah,
For real.
just about in the bag.
You're gonna give me the scoop, right?
Maybe, if you're nice.
Okay, let's talk after the press conference. I will keep an open mind if you're gonna try and push anything. Keeping my journalistic standards intact, of course.
Of course.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, Stevie.
Paul? Yeah, it's done. It was easy as pie. No, okay. Have a good flight.
Stevie?
Oh. Mary.
Mom.
Right, I knew that.
I worked at headquarters.
No, I remember.
Yeah. Sorry,
It's fine. What are you doing in Iowa?
I volunteered to come out a few days ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was getting really sick of headquarters. It's totally dead there now. Everybody's out here.
What did they got you doing?
Same stuff, logging mostly, filling in the gaps where they could be some.
Very cool.
Anyway, this is for you, folks at the press shops at TV.
Thank you. I've been waiting for this.
Anything interesting?
Thompson.
Gotcha.
Just some white paper I gotta pass out at the conference tonight.
White paper?
Negative shit. Our Oppo guys do research and we feed it to the press and they bite.
So like what sort of negative stuff?
Read tomorrow's paper and you'll see.
Which paper?
All of them.
So it's something big.
I wish it was something bigger, actually. Just some renewable energy figures. I'll have to spin this shit pretty heavy if I want it to stick.
That's what you're good at, isn't it? Spinning things.
I guess.
Anyway, it was good seeing you. Good luck at your press conference.
Molly? I'm sorry I got your name wrong.
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not. We worked in the same office for 2-3 months. I really should know your name.
6 months. I joined the campaign in June.
Shit, really? You must think I'm a total asshole.
No, I don't. I mean, you're a big man on campus. I'm just like a lowly intern.
It's not that.
Sure it is.
Oh, no, it's just, okay. I meet so many new people, I have to remember so many names. I can't always remember them all, but I remember faces. I always remember faces.
Like mine. Anyway.
Do you want to have a drink with me? Come on.
I don't
Just
know.
one drink. Come on, I'll buy.
I should really be getting back to the office.
But after you trudged all the way here
It was only 5 blocks.
in the snow
2 inches.
without a jacket.
It wasn't very
You're
far.
shivering.
No, I'm not, and I should be back on it.
Okay. I will not be offended in the least that you turned down a drink with me.
No, I mean, I'd love to have a drink with you. Yeah, I just, I really, we're totally swamped, you know?
Totally. So don't let me keep you.
Okay, but I should be done with all my stuff at like 10 or so if you want to I don't know.
By what?
Well, I'm done with work at around 10, that's all.
Why don't you meet me here at 11? It should be done by then too.
Here?
Right there? Right at this table at 11.
Okay. At 11.
Got the stuff at the press conference tomorrow?
Yeah.
Would it be helpful if I came? You know, to like pass out stuff or something.
No, I need you back at the office finishing up those press releases.
I already finished them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Get started on next week's.
I've got drafts of those ready too.
You shouldn't work yourself so hard, Ben. You've got 8 more months of this.
I just like staying on top of work. So can I come to the press conference with you? It's just that I'm trying to learn everything I can, and I thought that I thought you could use some help, and I wanted
This
to.
is Stevie. How did you get this number? 1 second. Then why don't you go get another drink? Just do it. Here. Okay, if it's really that important, shouldn't you talk to Paul first? Why? He's my boss. I really should. This doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I know where that is. Okay. Okay, see you soon. Hey, Paul, it's me. I just gotta. You know what? It's not important. No, just something stupid that I really shouldn't be bothering you with. Yes, really. Okay. See you later. Hey, Ben, meet me at the press conference. Gonna be a few minutes late. Tina? Stevie!
Thanks for coming. Please take a load off.
Got a press conference in about 20 minutes.
I know. Do you want something to drink?
I'm fine.
Let me buy you something to drink.
A Coke.
A Coke. Okay. A Coke. You look tired.
I am.
Me too. Totally exhausted. This whole thing's turned into quite the ball buster, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely exhausting. I have discovered over the years, though, that you have to find time to take care of yourself. I exercise every day, eat right, hit the Stairmaster every morning, 3 squares a day. It gets to be important when you're an old woman like me. Sounds out like you can live off of adrenaline for 6 months and be totally fine. I was that way when I was your age.
Hello. Anything to drink?
Except for a tonic and a Coke.
Sorry, we don't have sapphires.
Can't drink.
I-
Whatever you've got is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, a little gin doesn't hurt either. Gets the blood moving. Gotta do something to keep warm out here. It's damn cold in this city with the snow now.
What's this about, Tina?
There's a lot to talk about you, Stevie.
What kind of talk?
No, Stevie, you don't have to look around. There's nobody here.
I wasn't.
Yes, sure you were. I understand why you'd be worried, but give me a little credit. You think I'd pick a place there was going to be anybody?
You said on the phone that this was important.
Well, it's simple.
What is?
You're working for the wrong man.
I'm sorry.
You are working for the wrong man.
That's funny.
You're a smart gal, Stevie. Very smart, but there's a lot of smart gals out there eventually. They all make a wrong move or get too arrogant or too paranoid or just plain buckle under all that pressure. You know what I'm talking about. The heels at your back, guys twice your age jealous of you, younger guys circling around you like vultures. Next thing you know, you start making enemies you never even knew you had. That's a terrible feeling, isn't it? Always looking over your shoulder and watching your back, always wondering, who's going to screw you next?
I really appreciate the advice,
But
but
there's something different about you. You've got something the other guys don't have. You've got a special, a certain, charm isn't the right word. It's more than that. You exude something. You draw people in. All the reporters love you. Even the ones that hate you love you. We all know how much work that takes. Watching every move, weighing every word so carefully. But you make it look easy. People are afraid of you because they don't know how you do it. And they love you for it. There's nothing more important in this business. The ability to win people's respect by making them mistake their fear for love?
you're trying to poach me, you're wasting your time.
All right. You're going to lose Iowa.
Bullshit.
Look inside.
This can't be real.
It's very real.
So you're telling me that every other poll on the planet is off?
Exactly.
That's impossible.
20% of what you think is your solid supporters actually are people posing as more supporters. Inflates your lead, makes you feel comfortable, makes us look like the underdog. 3 days ago, I started telling them to switch back over when the pollsters call. Over the next week, the tracks will show us gaining steadily, eventually overtaking you the day before the caucus. It'll make it look like we've had some sort of a grand come-from-behind type of victory, but in reality, we have been ahead all along. We'll have the momentum out of Iowa, take New Hampshire on the 27th. Morse is going to throw in the towel by Super Tuesday.
There's no way that you could have organized this many people and kept it a secret.
Our field director talks to 50 organizers. Each organizer talks to a dozen precinct captains. The precinct captains call 20, maybe 30 supporters they trust. Do the math, Stevie. That's 15,000 voters, more than 10% of the vote.
You're lying.
What good would it do me to show you those numbers if they weren't real?
When you're dumb enough to show them to
Take them. Have Morse hit every county in the state. You might pick up a point or two, but you don't have time to close a gap like that. I'm not showing you those numbers to try to intimidate you, Stevie. I'm showing you those numbers because I want you to work for a winner.
I am working for a winner.
Wrong. Those numbers are just the tip of the iceberg. Last week I hired 300 more field staff to pump up the GOTV. The day before the caucus, we're going to mass mail and robocall the hell out of your supporters with the wrong polling locations. And on game day, I'm going to send out vans to your strong areas to cause traffic jams so your supporters can't even get to the caucuses. When they do get to the caucus room, you're going to find that 1/3 of your precinct captains are actually our people. By the way, you've got Thompson in the bag.
No, I know for a fact Thompson's going with us.
We promised Thompson Secretary of Labor, so he'll do anything we tell him to. Like, sticking a carrot in front of your noses until we tell him to yank it away. Face it, Stevie, Iowa is done. It has been over for weeks. I am thinking way down the road now, and that's why I want you. We need the best. I will bring you in straight at the top.
I've played dirty before, done shit that keeps me awake at night, but this
This will win us the nomination.
it's illegal.
Of course it is.
This is the kind of shit the Republicans pull.
You're right. This is exactly the type of shit the Republicans pull. It's about damn time we learned from them. They're meaner, tougher, and more disciplined than we are. I've been in this business for 30 years, and I've seen way too many Democrats bite the dust because they wouldn't get down in the mud with the goddamn elephants.
If I took this to the press, you'd be fucked.
Try it. This doesn't prove anything. No paper trail, no emails, nothing. It would take them months to uncover something solid, and by that time we'd have already won the nomination. Then you'd just be screwing over the entire Democratic Party. I know you wouldn't want to do that.
I could never work for someone like you.
People like me get the keys to the White House. You want your own set of keys, you better learn to work for people like me.
I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be having this conversation.
Hi, 1 gin and tonic, 1 Coke. Are you ready to order?
I'm leaving.
I'm not trying to stop you somewhere in a few minutes. What can you bring out quickly?
The buffalo wings would probably be the
I
fastest.
said I'm
2
leaving.
minutes, Stevie. We'll take an order of buffalo wings.
No, I
2
don't.
more minutes.
The answer is no.
The answer is maybe. If the answer were no, you wouldn't have shown up here in the first place. I know you want this, otherwise you would have told me to go fuck myself by now.
Then go fuck yourself.
Don't flush your career down the drain. If you don't give me 2 more minutes, I will shut you out when we win the nomination. You will work for no one. You don't have to tell me straight away. Take some time and sleep on it. But I need to know soon. I want you before the caucus, not after you've lost. Then it just looks like you're jumping on the bandwagon.
I couldn't do this to Paul.
Fuck Paul. Paul's an insurgent. Almost we worked for insurgent wackos that never had a chance of winning. Just like he is now. I'm giving you the chance to jump right over Paul and be bigger than he ever was.
Paul's a friend.
The question you've got to ask yourself is whether you want friends or whether you want to work for the president.
I won't do it.
All right. Thanks for the 2 minutes. You have my number.
Hey, Paul. You were probably on the plane by now, but just calling again. Just wanted to know how things went with Thompson. So if you get this before you take off, give me a call. Hey, Ben. What time does Paul's flight get in today? Okay, well, I need you to find out. The airline, the flight number. Okay. Ida's calling me on the other line. Can I call you later about this? Okay. What's up, Ida? I guess we'll just have to see how the roads. I mean, maybe we can have them build a fucking snowman or shovel the driveway of an orphanage. Okay, no, you know and I know that that's bullshit, and so does everybody else, so don't try to bait me, not this early in the morning.
Do you need to go?
Sit around for a minute. Did you get the press release on the... I'm sure it's a story. Okay, well, you said that we play nice, right? You said that you keep an open mind if I was trying to push anything, so here I am pushing it. Okay, let's talk about this, okay? I can be downstairs in 30 minutes, okay? Okay, see you then.
You seem busy. I don't want to intrude or anything.
No, I wanted to talk to you about something, please. This is Stevie. Come on. No, you gotta look at the numbers too, Frank. That's where the real good stuff is. No, look at the numbers, Frank. That's all I'm saying. Look at the numbers and then look at his record. There's your stories. Look, you guys have been begging me for more issue shits, and I'm giving it to you. And Stevie, okay, you're missing the fucking point, Frank. Okay, hold on. Please don't go. I gotta talk to you about. You have work to do. Hold on. Hello? Yeah. Nobody. It was just cleaning lady. What was I saying? Right, okay, I was saying that you're missing the fucking point. Okay, look, I really got a meeting with Paul I gotta run to. Can I talk to you later, please? Okay, you too. Bye. Putting this down.
Cleaning lady?
What?
I was the cleaning lady?
No, that
It's
that was
fine.
just-
I don't care.
No, it was
Really,
just
I
easy.
don't care.
I'm sorry. No, it was.
You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Yeah. I just wanted to be clear about everything, you know, so that there's no confusion. Make sure that we understand each other.
I won't tell anyone about last night.
No, that's. I mean, yeah, I would appreciate it if we could keep this discreet. Because you know how people are, they just.
Wouldn't look good at just screwed ninja.
Come on.
Yeah, I know how people are.
They look for every opportunity.
I get it. Don't worry. Your secret's safe.
Alright. So, what I wanted to talk to you about was, so I have, it's complicated. complicated. I had a girlfriend back in DC. Pretty serious girlfriend, actually. And things have been rocky lately, so we've been taking a break, but I'm not looking to get into anything serious, you know, or give the impression of that, so.
You told me all this last night. What? About your girlfriend? How you've been having trouble lately?
I told you all that?
Her name's Helen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me all about her.
When did I?
At the bar, you don't remember? You kept telling me how much you love her, miss her. You talked on and on about her.
God, I must have been really fucking drunk.
I think we were both pretty drunk.
Wait, last night did I talk about, okay, besides what I said about Helen, I just talked about Helen, right?
Pretty much.
Not about anything else?
No. What are you getting at?
Nothing, it's really not important. Yeah, you must think I'm a total dipshit!
No, I don't.
Because it's not like I, you know, just got totally wasted and like did this thing. I mean, I wanted to. I really like you, Molly. I mean, you're smart as fuck. You're gorgeous. It's just, I don't want there to be any expectations or.
Stevie, you don't have to say anything.
I don't want you to think that I'm like some sort of like a player.
You are sort of a player, but that's okay.
No, I'm not.
The way you asked me to sit down and have a drink.
Oh, I was being polite.
Bullshit.
I was.
You were hitting on me.
I was not hitting on you.
It was totally obvious.
Oh, I was obvious.
So obvious.
Thought I was being all smooth and subtle.
You were pretty forward about it.
Oh, okay. You were pretty forward yourself telling me when you got off work.
Well, yeah, I've been wanting to get in your pants for a while now.
Really?
Yeah, like at headquarters when you stroll into the office. Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes off.
I never knew.
Because you didn't know I existed.
So, when you came in with the envelope.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be me that brought it. Jerry was going to bring it. But I told him that I'd do it because I wanted to see you.
So, you totally planned on,
Yup.
like, wearing these, like, ass-hugging jeans and a
I changed
shirt.
before I came to the hotel.
I played right into your hands.
Exactly.
Wow.
Pretty slutty of you, huh?
No, respect it, you know, how you, yeah.
Good.
So, you're okay with this? Like, where I'm mad and,
We had fun. That's all it was.
we did have fun. Of course I remember.
Oh, well, you seem to have blacked out.
Okay, no, I remember coming up here, okay, that I completely remember.
You passed out right after we had sex.
No, I didn't.
You said, I gotta get up really early, baby, good night, and then you rolled over and passed out.
We did have to get up early.
It was cute. Watched you sleep for a little while. Snored.
Oh, shit. Is it loud?
No, it was adorable, actually. Like a little kid. You didn't really snore, you purred.
Oh, bird.
Yeah, it was like... Are you gonna tell her about me? Your girlfriend?
I don't know. Like I said, it's complicated.
You told me last night you usually tell her when something is up with something.
Yeah, that's the deal we have. When one of us, we tell each other.
Even though you broke
Do we
down?
have to talk about
Sorry,
this? It's fine.
Well, you can tell her about me if you want to. I mean, I know it's none of my business and I don't need to give you permission, but in case you were wondering, I don't mind telling you.
You're incredibly mature.
Or a teenager.
That's not what I meant.
That is what you meant.
Come on.
Didn't turn you on.
What?
So young. When I was born, you could already do basic arithmetic.
Okay, so you want that I'm older?
Well, you're not my first.
What does that mean?
All right, so I took a year off between high school and college, and moved in with this guy Peter, who's 29. He's like a chef at this restaurant where I waited tables. But then he got really needy and possessive, and asked me to marry him as soon as I turned 18. Totally freaked me out, and I was like, maybe when I graduate from college. But then after I moved in, I never spoke to him again. And then in my first semester, I dated this drummer in a band, Luke. He was 31, but I ended things after a couple months because when it came down to it, he was not the sharpest knife in the rack. And then, when I left school to join the campaign, there's been a couple people on the campaign. Where is that renewable energy story? I cannot find it anywhere.
Who?
What?
Who else on the campaign?
Oh, just hookups, nothing serious.
Okay, like who?
I don't know. Matt Spencer?
That douchebag! Okay, he's hot! No, okay, who else?
No,
You said a couple.
you're prying.
Tell me.
Why should I?
I spilled my guts about my girlfriend.
Well, you were wasted.
Okay, are you afraid I'm gonna tell somebody?
No.
Then what's the harm?
Okay, you can't tell us so.
Scout's honor.
I'm not kidding.
Yes, I won't tell anybody.
Okay. Once, a couple months ago. Okay. Wow, I cannot believe it.
No, come on, come on, come on!
Paul.
Paul who?
Paul.
Paul Zara?
Just once.
Paul fucking Zara!
Yeah.
No way!
See, I knew I shouldn't have told
No,
you.
no, no. I'm just surprised.
Can't tell anyone.
No. How did it happen?
What, do you want me to break it down for you?
Yeah, break it down for me.
It's really not that interesting.
Was this like back at headquarters or something?
I really don't want to
Did he
talk about
proposition you?
Stevie!
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just. Wow. You fucked my vibe. Kind of working your way down the line, huh?
That's a nasty thing to say.
I didn't mean it like that.
How did you mean it?
I was joking.
Well, it wasn't funny.
I'm sorry.
You're the only person I ever told.
It's a good thing. You certainly don't want that going around.
I don't even know why I told you. I mean, I promised Paul I would
Molly,
never.
you can tell me anything, okay? Really, I know how to keep a secret.
Yeah, I know.
Molly, I think you're an amazing woman. Incredible, actually. It's like. This is Stevie. Yeah, we're gonna go over that background briefing later this afternoon. I'm in the middle of something. Can you call me back, please? Okay, that works. Bye.
I should go.
No, stay. Let's mess up these sheets a little more.
You have a meeting with Ida.
For another 15 minutes.
But I have to get to the office.
Not gonna beg you to stay.
Begging doesn't suit you.
24 hours ago, I was just minding my own business, doing my job, getting ready for a press conference, and now, then you walk with your envelope and your ass-hugging jeans, and now here I am.
With a 19-year-old intern lying in your bed.
With a 19-year-old intern lying in my bed.
Seriously? We both have one.
Ugh. Nothing I can do to convince you to stay.
You're begging.
Ugh. Call me.
You call me. You can remember.
still waiting on that info on that fucking flight. Get it to me pronto, okay? Thank you. Oh, and can you tell the press corps that we're gonna reschedule the background briefing for later this afternoon? Okay. Okay. Bye.
What are you doing here?
I pick you up myself?
Aw, that's sweet of you. I'm tired.
Good flight?
Been dying the past 3 hours. Apparently it's rude to take off your shoes on the plane. And, all this snow, we've circled around so many times, I thought they were going to reroute us to fucking Omaha or something. How long have you been waiting?
About an hour.
Oh, sorry you have to wait.
Don't worry about it.
Seriously, though, it was nice of you to come pick me up. I could have grabbed a cab.
Well, I got a rental this morning, so
No, I hope not an expensive one.
coming on dime.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. If you needed a ride...
We need to talk.
You're sounding way too serious.
Did you get my messages?
No, I haven't turned on my phone yet. Why?
What did Thompson say?
Cocksucker says he's having second thoughts. Shit. I know! I thought this meeting was to seal it, but once I got there, he starts throwing up smoke right and left. Says he wants to see how things pan out in Iowa. I almost ripped the guy a new asshole, and I stopped myself. And I asked him, why'd you have me fly all the way out here just so you could tell me that you're not interested? Well, he says he wants more info, what our plan is over the next 10 days, all this shit.
Did you tell him?
Of course I told him. Cocked his ear off for an hour. Exactly how we're gonna take Iowa, every single step, and still no dice.
This is bad, Paul.
What?
Thompson is not going to endorse.
Ah, he's just playing a little hard to get.
No, he's definitely not going to endorse.
What are you talking
He's
about?
going to endorse Pullman 3 days out. Fuck! I should have called you last night. I was hoping it was a
Slow
chance.
down.
Paul, I met with Tina Duffy.
What?
I know, I'm sorry, Paul. I really should have called you.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You met with Tina Duffy.
Yes.
What'd she want?
Well, the gist of it is she wants to hire me. She wants me to jump ship and come work for Pullman. This is bad, Paul. She showed me the poll numbers with Pullman already ahead by 4. She's been telling their people to pose as more supporters to the pollsters. We're in really deep fucking trouble.
Ah, that can't be true. She's playing mind games with you.
No, she laid out their whole plan. Robocalls, traffic jams, fake lit fucking Thompson. Promised him Secretary of Labor and told him to lead us on. Everything that you said is going to go straight to Duffy's ear.
If this is some sort of practical... Because my blood pressure is through the roof.
No, I'm sorry, Paul.
Wait,
sorry.
this happened last night?
Just before the press conference.
And you didn't tell me?
No, I'm sorry.
Ah, Jesus, Stevie, I can't believe you did.
I'm sorry. I was scared and confused. I thought...
It doesn't matter what you thought. It matters what you did. It matters what you didn't do. If all this shit you're saying is true, then I just made an ass of myself at Thompson's place, and I gave away our whole goddamn strategy. Just handed it over.
I know, Paul. I'm sorry. I really should have called you.
Oh, damn right you should have called me. You don't secretly meet with the other guy's fucking campaign manager and not fucking tell me about it. You don't get a fucking phone call from the other guy's manager and not tell me about it.
I know, I'm sorry, but this is the first time that I've ever really fucked up.
Oh, it's a pretty big fuck up whether it's your first time or your last. I mean, Stevie, if we lose, it's over. We're dead.
I know, but there has to be a way to figure this out.
Oh.
We have to figure this out.
Oh, we better figure this the fuck out.
Paul, you've got to forgive me on this. I feel terrible. I feel like absolute shit. You know, last night Okay, you want to know the truth? Last night I got so wound up about this shit that I went out and I got wasted. I got totally wasted, and I slept with some girl that I shouldn't have. I dealt with this completely the wrong way. But I'm here now to come clean, Paul. I'm telling you, so we can figure something out. We can just put our heads together. Fuck!
Stevie,
I'm sorry, no,
Stevie,
I'm sorry,
it's
Paul.
okay.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're right. We can fix this. You did the right thing. You told me. Which means that we can do something about it.
There has to be a way.
There's always a way. Just take a deep breath and get yourself together. I need you at your best on this.
I just don't want you to... I respect the hell out of you, Paul, and your respect is something...
You and me are still cool, all right? It's been me and you on this thing since the very beginning, and I just got a little upset because, well, all of this is a bit of a shock to me. You're allowed your one fuck up, so now let's move past that and get back to work. Sound good?
Yeah.
So the first thing we have to do is get to the fucking event in,
Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids. We have to get to that event in Cedar Rapids so I can break this all to the governor. You can fill me in on the drive over there. Everything that happened with Duffy, every single detail.
The governor's gonna flip.
It's fine. I know how to handle him. You just go out there and handle the press, all right?
I can do that.
Of course you can.
Thanks, Paul. Really.
Don't thank me. Just win me this fucking state.
Of course they're tightening. We're a week out. That's how it goes.
And you're not worried.
No. Our base is strong. We've held the lead for 3 months straight. I mean, 95% of the people that you see have already chosen who they're going to vote for. You're just seeing if you undecided is going the other way.
But your numbers are sliding. This isn't just a few on
3
sides.
points, that's hardly a slide, Frank. You've covered these things before. You know how it goes. The race tightens.
If it keeps going like this, you'll be within the margin of error by Friday.
So let it. I mean, we started this race as the underdog, and we proved everybody wrong, and we can do it again. Besides, you know and I know that half this shit is the press. You guys have been wanting a tight race and even slamming us, so now you got your tight fucking...
You cannot blame this on us.
Oh, I sure as hell can. When is the last time you wrote anything about one of our events?
I write about your events.
A line, maybe 2 on a good day. Then you regurgitate Pomazopoulos for the next 3 columns.
You're not being fair.
Fair? Don't talk to me about fair. None of this shit is fair. If anything was fair, I would wake up to a much different stack of papers in the morning.
What's gotten into you, Stevie?
Nothing's gotten into me.
I asked you a few questions.
The
and you blow up
event,
at me.
Frank.
Is something going wrong?
No, the event, right through
Off
those
the
doors.
record.
Nothing, really. But please, just go to this event. I still want my line or 2 in tomorrow's paper.
There's only so many ways I can cover a stump speech, Stevie. It's the same speech every single time.
You hear that? It's the same speech because it works. This guy is going to be the next president of the United States, and you're standing out here talking to me? Go there and do your job. You should be listening to him instead of pounding my ass about the tracking poles. Oh, don't you think the people of LA deserve a little bit of accurate reportage? Or do they even read the paper?
You want me to soften up on you guys? Bitching me out is not exactly
I'm
the best
tired
way
of
to do
stuffing
it.
your cock! Jesus, Stevie.
Oh, Stevie.
God, Jesus, why are you lurking around? Your press release is in and out.
I already finished.
Go hand out some more.
I was wondering if you could take a look.
Can't wait.
Well, I just...
Yes or no? We're in the middle of an event.
It's a speech
What speech?
for the governor, a new stump speech.
I didn't put out an order for any speech.
I know, I figured that...
Figured what?
Since all the reporters are getting a little bored with the...
Who wrote this?
I did.
You don't just change a stump speech a week before the caucus.
It's more than just a stump speech, it's kind of a new
No,
approach.
we spent months. I spent months perfecting the governor's speech, every word, every gesture, every pause. You don't just up and change your message 7 days
I
out.
wasn't trying to imply that the governor's speech isn't good, it's just a matter of how effective it is.
Oh,
as
effective?
a reporter.
Yes, put us in the lead for 3 months straight.
Look! Stevie, I was just hoping you'd take a look over it and tell me what you think, even if you don't want to use it.
I don't.
You haven't read it, though.
Just did.
You skimmed the first page.
Did you hear a word I said?
But
We're not
did you just show it to Paul? I really think there's some good stuff in here. Just insert it.
Another time, Ben. What's up, Vida?
Oh, if you two are...
No, talk to me.
Oh, can I just let this under your door?
Go away, Ben.
It'll be there when you
I
get
said
back.
go the fuck away!
You're a little
That was kind of harsh.
Hermione's not important.
I like Ben. He's a sweetheart.
He's an ambitious little fucker.
You should look in the mirror sometimes.
He's around me like a puppy.
He looks up to you. You're his idol.
Whatever.
So, Stevie, off the record.
No, Ida, I can't tell you what happened in South Carolina.
It's not what I was going to ask you about.
No?
Well, not right away. There's something else.
I'm listening?
You met with Tina Duffy. Ooh, so it's true.
Who told you that?
A little bird.
Who?
Did you be with her?
Tell me who, Ida.
Yeah, I can't do
I'm not
that.
fucking around here.
Neither am I.
It's not true.
I know you met with her outside of East Des Moines in a little restaurant. Duffy ordered buffalo wings.
Did Duffy tell you this?
Anonymous.
You don't know shit.
This is story, Stevie.
The Times won't print anything with one uncorroborated anonymous source.
That's true. I can't get to print it at the Times. But I could always give Matt Drudge a call.
You're gonna play gutter ball with me?
All I'm saying is that you have a choice. You can either tell me what happened with Duffy, and I bury it, or the story shows up in a blurb somewhere. I just want to be in the loop.
I'm not gonna let you strong-arm me.
What happened with Duffy?
You're supposed to be my friend, Ida. You would do this to me? You'd stab me in the back, ruin my reputation just so you could what have your...
Wait, is that what you thought this was? Did you think we were friends?
Everything. Every scoop, your profile with Paul?
That's true. You've given me a lot. But it wasn't because we were friends. The only reason you ever treated me well was because I worked for the Times. You give me what I want, I write better stories. Let's not pretend that this is anything more than that.
This is the kind of shit that you pull to write a better story?
You would too if you were me.
No, I wouldn't.
So fuck yourself.
Ask me a million times, I'm still not gonna...
Okay. I'm gonna make it easier on you. Forget Duffy. Tell me what happened at the Paul Thompson meeting.
No,
Is he going to endorse?
you're not gonna do goddamn thing out of me.
Don't make things hard for yourself, Steve.
This conversation is over.
Do you really want this story getting out?
Keep your voice down!
Do you?
What the hell is this gonna do to me?
Of course. And that's why I'm giving you a choice.
I could get fired.
Oh. So it's not a difficult choice then. I have to file by 4. You have until then to make up your mind.
Stevie! Excuse me?
You leaked it.
Leaked what?
Don't bullshit me, Tina.
Bullshit you, what the
I
hell?
just spoke to Ida Horowitz.
Yeah?
How could you do it?
Do what, Stevie? I have no idea what you're talking
You know
about.
exactly what I'm talking about.
No, Stevie, I don't.
You ambushed me.
I have no idea what you're
I
talking
just...
about.
He's threatening to leak it.
Well, what? Leak what?
That meant that I fucking met with you.
How did he find out?
Don't play dumb here, Tina.
You think I leaked it to him?
Who else?
This isn't good, Stevie.
Fucking right, it isn't good.
I didn't leak it to him.
Well, I know I didn't, so that leaves you.
How much does he know?
Whatever you told him.
Stevie, I promise you I didn't leak it to him. I don't want this story out any more than you do.
Too fucking late.
What did he tell you?
He knows when and where we met. I don't think he knows anything else.
And he has a source?
Of course he has a source.
You have no idea who it could be.
Other than you?
Well, it wasn't me, so it's got to be someone else.
Did you talk to anyone?
No.
Anyone at all?
No. Did you?
No.
Did you admit you met with me?
No.
Well, then we still want him and he's got nothing.
He's trying to blackmail me. He wants info on Thompson.
Well, then tell him what he wants to know.
I can't do that.
You can't let this story get out.
No, if I tell him about Thompson, I have to say that he's going to endorse you guys.
Then tell him. I can handle things on my end if I start getting calls.
No way. I told him Thompson was in the bag. It'll make us look like fools.
You're going to look like fools either way when he endorses us.
I can't do it, Tina. I can't let him blackmail me. If I give in once, he'll do it again.
You're on a sinking ship, Stevie. Tell him what he wants to know and jump. Come over to our side. We can control this thing. Stevie,
I'm here.
tell him about Thompson and tell him you're coming over to us.
Oh my gotta go.
No, Stevie,
I
listen to
really
me.
got-
Listen, do the right thing here,
I
kid.
never should have met with you.
Get it together.
Fuck, Tina.
No, you're not.
Goodbye.
No. God damn it!
Your phone's been off.
No, it hasn't.
I've been trying to reach you.
I didn't get a good
Did you talk to Ida Horowitz?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not. Why would I talk to Ida?
Did you talk to anyone else?
Who? What are you talking about?
Last night when I was drunk, what did I tell you?
You told me about your girl.
What else?
Nothing. You talked about her and that's it.
I didn't say anything about a meeting.
No, you didn't tell me anything
I
about
didn't mention Tina Duffy.
Tina Duffy?
You're lying to me.
Stevie, what's going on?
You're getting screwed is what's going on.
What happened?
God, who the fuck told Ida?
Told Ida what?
Nothing.
You can trust me.
You have no idea how fucked I am.
Could you please tell me what's going on?
I can't figure this out. I just, God, I need to think.
I'm not going to tell anyone. Or maybe I can help.
Last night, after we met at the hotel, Tina called me and asked to meet. She offered me a job. I turned her down, but somehow Ida found out about the meeting, and Duffy might have told him, but I don't think she did. And if you didn't, then I don't.
Even if I had known, I mean, I wouldn't.
No, I know. Fuck! Somebody told Ida.
Where'd you meet with her?
Little restaurant in East Des Moines.
Is there anybody else there?
Just us.
And you didn't tell anybody.
No.
Then it has to be Duffy, right?
That's what I thought, but I don't think it was. Molly, if this thing gets out,
Well, you only met with her, right?
that's enough, believe me.
I still don't see what the big deal is.
It looks like backroom politicking, which is what it was, I guess. I mean, Morris, his press secretary, meets with Coleman's campaign manager. The press will eat it up. Are we brokering a deal? Am I jumping ship? It'll be a fucking feeding frenzy. I'll be the headline instead of the governor, and it'll totally drown out our message. We can't afford it. Not with what's gonna happen in the next few days. This race. Molly, we're not gonna win this thing. Not Iowa is. We're gonna have to scramble for every fucking vote in New Hampshire.
Wait, hold on a
Take
second.
you.
We're not going to win Iowa?
No,
But the polls say we're 8 points ahead.
it's a myth. Everything that you read, everything that you see, everything that you hear, it's all a myth. I was over. It's been over for weeks.
We're ahead.
No, we're behind. The polls don't mean shit. Iowa's over. It's fucking over already.
We can't lose.
Wake the fuck up, Molly! I'm saying that we're losing Iowa, and I say that I know. Do you think you have any idea what's going on while you sit behind that little computer all day? Do you think you have any fucking shred of a clue?
Don't talk to me.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just... Ida. It's finally time.
Answer it.
No, I'm not gonna answer. That's that.
It's going to happen.
I don't know.
I'm sure you can. I mean, there's got to be some way you can fix this, right?
I just gotta talk to Paul. I gotta talk to Stevie. Yeah?
I would never betray you like that.
I barely know you.
Like, you just have to trust me.
You want to? I'm not good at that. It's hard.
I'm not a reporter, Stevie. I'm on your side.
Why are you being so nice to me?
I don't know, because I liked you.
You shouldn't like me, Molly. I'm not a good person.
Well, I'm not a good person either, so there.
Keep your phone on.
There's no doubt about it. We have to rethink everything, think broader strokes.
Paul?
Yeah, look, I can handle it. Stevie just got here. Mind if I call back in a couple of minutes? Alright, bye. The governor. We had a good long talk on the way back. He's up to speed on everything.
How do you take it?
Better than I thought he would. Where were you? I was trying to look for you after the event.
Yeah, I left early. I drove straight back here. I wanted to start laying out a media plan for the next 10 days.
Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, assuming the worst, that we lose Iowa, I figure that we have to downplay the state. And we start gearing up the notion that we're running a national campaign. Stop stumping here altogether. We start doing events in Super Tuesday states, and that way when Pullman takes Iowa, it won't be as big of a blow. The media are prepared for it. And we can start gearing up focus to Feb 3rd.
So you think we pull out of Iowa with just a week left to go?
I don't see any other choice.
Well, it's risky.
But it'll lessen the blow. Besides, if we come out of Iowa as the underdog, it might actually work for us. I mean, it's a much better underdog than a front runner.
Well, you see this?
What is it?
It's a speech Ben wrote.
He tried to give me a copy of the event, but I didn't have time to read it.
I want to use it. The tone, the message. I think Iowans will really connect with it.
I gotta tell you something, Paul.
What's up?
Ida knows that I met with Duffy. I'm sorry, Paul. I don't know how he found out. I mean, it's just like he's gonna take it for like drudge or roll call or something, and they're gonna call me for comment. So I came to ask your advice on what you'd like me to say, and I could deny it, but if Tina admits to it, then it could make us look worse. I could say no comment, but then they won't let up, or I could admit to it and try to spin it in a way that
I linked it to Ida at the event.
What?
We made a deal. He lets me read an advanced copy of his profile. I let him in on a juicy little piece of gossip.
I don't understand. Paul, this is going to hit the papers tomorrow morning.
I know.
Why on earth would you do this to me? Why would you do this to the campaign?
The campaign will survive.
What about me?
Makes it easier to let you go.
What?
To let you go, Stevie. To replace you.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not.
Don't do this, Paul.
It's already done. The governor knows. He agrees it's the right thing to do. I'm sorry, Stevie. Please don't take this personally.
How the fuck am I supposed to not take this personally?
Because it's politics.
Oh.
Why did you meet with Duffy?
I told you I was scared and I was confused.
Bullshit! You know exactly why.
No, I told you it was a mistake, a stupid
No,
mistake.
Stevie, you didn't make a mistake. You made a choice. Yesterday, remember when you called me on your way to the airport? Remember that? You said, "Hey Paul, this is Stevie. I just got what? A call from Duffy? No, that's not what you told me. You stopped yourself. You chose, Stevie. You chose not to tell me. Why did you make that choice?
I don't know.
Sure you do. Because you were curious. Because you were flattered. Because it made you feel special to think that Duffy wanted to speak to you instead of me. Because you thought to yourself, maybe I can get something out of this. Because it made you feel big.
No, that's not true, Paul. If you think that I don't know why I did this, but if you think that I was doing it to try to convince myself that I was some
You
sort
see
of...
this? First race I ran, a tiny little town in Kentucky. State Senate seat. Working for a redneck nobody named Sam McGuthrie. Had no money. No staff. No fucking office. Worked out of McGuthrie's garage. No one thought we had a chance. But sure enough, we start to turn things around. Our numbers go up. Donations come trickling in. We hire a few people. Rent an office. Next thing you know, Sam looks like he has a real chance of winning. The incumbent's running scared. So what happens? Well, state Republican Party doesn't want to lose this seat. They pour 50 grand into the other guy's coffers. Doesn't seem like much to us now, but in a small race like that, 20 years ago, it was a fortune. There's no way we could compete. So our party decides to abandon Sam. They didn't want to spend money on a race that they thought they were going to lose. And just about that time, I get a phone call from a guy running a congressional campaign a couple of districts over. And he says to me, Paul, I really appreciate what you were able to do for poor old Sam. But let's face it, he's a goner. So why don't you come and work for me? What did I do? Well, Steve, this is the part where you and I are different. I told Sam about the call, and he says to me, Paul, you think this guy's got a shot at winning, and he can pay you more than anything I can ever afford. So if it feels like this is what you need to do, then I won't stand in your way. And then I say to Sam, Sam, you took a risk and chose me when I was even more of a nobody than you were. And I'll be damned if I'm going to jump ship just because the shit hit the fan. We froze all of the staff's salaries, and we poured every single dime we had into winning the race. By election day, I was down to $1 in my pocket. This dollar. There's only one thing I trust in this world, Stevie, and that's loyalty. Without it, you're nothing, and you have no one. And in politics, it's the only currency you can count on. That's why I'm letting you go. Not because you're not good enough. Hell, you're the best. But I value trust over talent. And I don't trust you anymore.
What am I supposed to do?
If I were you, I'd get a good night's rest. The press is gonna start pounding you in the morning.
Who the fuck's gonna replace me?
Who do you think? Ben.
Ben?
He's a smart kid. Not as good as you, but smart.
He's a fucking child!
And so are you!
No, I built this press shop from the ground up! Nobody knows the press like I do. No one can handle it like me. You can't just hand it all over to Ben.
Sure I can.
Oh, no, I lost my girlfriend because of this campaign. I gave up a good job with Senator Callahan to do this.
Oh. Do you want me to feel sorry for you? That you left Callahan? That you got dumped by your girlfriend? You made your own bet, Stevie. If your girlfriend left you, that means you wanted this job more than you wanted her. And even her, you try to spin with that whole open relationship bullshit.
Am I interrupting something?
Get in here, Ben.
Stevie, I didn't know.
What you got?
The release he wanted to look over.
Irreconcilable differences. Is that the best you could come up
I
with?
told him to write that, and I suggest you say the same when the press calls you about it.
You can go fuck yourself and get that place.
Stevie, you can make this a soft landing, or you can make it hard on all of us. I looked down the line here. There will be other campaigns.
This was the one, Paul.
What do you want me to say?
You little cunt. You've been waiting for this, haven't you? Writing your little papers, schmoozing with the big boys.
No, Stevie, it's not like that.
Fred, you must be loving this.
Get out, Stevie.
You know, you should ask Paul about his friend the redneck. It's a real tearjerker. Oh, and Paul, by the way, Molly told me everything. I know you fucked her.
Get the hell out of my room!
Thanks for meeting with me.
We've only got a few minutes.
No, I know. Keep it short. Do you want anything to drink?
No, I'm fine.
Well, I'm gonna order a drink if you don't mind.
Of course not. So, what's this about?
I want to come work for you.
I see.
The offer's still open?
A reporter from Roll Call phoned this afternoon.
Yeah, I know who leaked it.
Who?
Paul.
You told Paul.
Yeah, I told him. He leaked it.
Why?
He fired me, Tina, a few hours ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not who I thought he was.
Hello? Anything to drink?
I'll take a doers on the rocks.
Just water for me. You shouldn't have told Paul we met.
I felt I had to.
So Paul fired you, and now you want to come work for me?
No, it's not like that, Tina. Really, I was thinking about coming on ship with you before any of this went to shit.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Believe me. What you were saying, you were right. I want to work for a winner.
So you're saying that if Paul didn't fire you, we'd still be sitting here right now?
Yes.
You're lying.
No, Tina. I'll work my ass off for you.
I'm sure you would.
I'll give you Morris's entire strategy. I'll give everything to you.
I have Morris's strategy. Paul gave it to Thompson.
No. I can give you details. I can give you numbers. I can give you everything that he couldn't.
You do that to the governor? To Paul?
They dropped me, Tina. They dropped my ass like I was yesterday's news. Yeah, I would.
Revenge makes people unpredictable, Stevie. I cannot have someone who is unpredictable, who's unstable.
I'm not unstable.
Look, it's not just
No,
that.
I'm in control. I'm on top of this. I can just...
Stevie, listen to me. This report in the roll call is not good. I'm going to start getting calls left and right, so are you, and then the networks are going to pick it up, and the day...
No, it'll blow over. I can make that happen.
I don't know if you can.
Look, I can. It's my job. I'm a pro at it. I can handle this story.
If it had been a clean break, if you'd have left Morris before the story broke, that would be one thing. That we could control. But the way it would look now, Paul fires you and then you come work for me, it would look like I was picking up the scraps. Puts Morris in the driver's seat. I cannot have that.
You gotta hire me, Tina.
I wish I could.
The party needs me in this cycle.
Then go work for the
The
DNC.
candidate needs me.
I think we'll be okay.
You practically begged me to work for you yesterday.
Things have changed.
I'll work for next to nothing.
It is not a matter of
Don't
money.
make me get on my knees here.
Look, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Go take a nice long vacation. You could use some time off. Maybe this whole thing is a blessing in disguise, Stevie. You're 25 years old. Imagine, you make it to the White House, you do your 4 years, and then what? You get off the train at Farragut North every morning with all the other political has-beens. Next thing you know, you're 40, and then 50, so many races under your belt, you don't remember which you've won and which you've lost. Do yourself a favor, Stevie. Get out of this business while you can. If you stay in it too long, you turn into nothing but a stone-hearted hack.
Did you?
Yeah, exactly like me.
You played me, didn't you?
Did you? No, I tried to hire you.
You knew that I would tell Paul.
I didn't know. I thought you might, but I didn't know.
You knew that if I told him, he would fire me.
Here's the thing you gotta know about Paul. He is big on loyalty. Put yourself in my shoes, Stevie. Your opponent has the best media mind in the country on their team. So what do you try to do? You either try to hire them for yourselves or you place them. If you can't have them, the other team can't either. This was a win-win situation for me. You come to work for us. Great, Paul doesn't have you. All the same, if Paul fires you, I don't take you. Fine. Paul still doesn't have you. The moment that I got you to sit down in that chair yesterday, I knew I'd won. It is not easy for me to do this type of thing, Stevie. Please don't think I take any pleasure in it. Take care of yourself. I feel sorry for you.
Is your friend, is she...
She left.
Just knew that?
Yeah.
Ready to order?
I'm not eating.
Well, how about an appetizer or something? The chicken quesadilla is really good.
No, I'm not hungry.
How about another drink?
Just the check.
I'm sorry to bother you, but you're that woman from the Morris campaign, right? I've seen you on TV, Stevie Bentley? Bellamy, right, Stevie Bellamy. God, I gotta say, I'm a really big Morris supporter. I'm gonna caucus for him next week. All those other guys, you can see right through them, but Morris, he's the real thing. I saw him when he came out here to speak to in East Des Moines a few months ago. Yeah? He really blew me away, that speech. Wow. That's so cool that you work for him. I would give anything to work on a campaign like that.
It's not as exciting as it looks.
Still, to be right there, right in the action, making a real goddamn difference. You guys gotta win, you know. I mean, this country, don't get me wrong. It's like, my folks, they came here a long time ago, way before I was born, and, you know, it's been good to us, but it's like they work hard, save up enough money to open this place, they pay their taxes just like everybody else. What do they got to show for it?
You just said that they have this place.
No, the bank's got this place. My brother, Michael, he joined the Marines a few years back and they sent him overseas. A couple weeks before he's supposed to come home, bam. Right by the side of his truck, they wheel this vegetable off the plane. Can't speak, can't barely move. He just sits there and he blinks his eyes all day. We got a mortgage in this place to pay for his medical bills. I have to work 6 double shifts a week because Mom's at home taking care of Michael all the time. Just me and Dad keeping this place open, and I don't know how much longer we can do that. Nobody's ever here, even though we're cheap. We make it to next Christmas and it'll be a miracle.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, man. You just gotta win this election and set things straight, you know what I mean? Here. Let me get you another Dewars. It's on the house. God, what happened to you? You're bleeding.
Crashed my car.
Jesus, are you okay?
Where have you been?
Let me see.
I'm fine.
Oh my God, you need to go to the
No, I'm not going to go to the hospital.
You need stitches.
No,
Listen to me. You need.
No, I don't need stitches. Just the fuck alone.
I'm just trying to help.
I don't want any help.
What happened, Stevie? How'd you crash your car?
Telephone pole?
Crashed into a telephone pole?
Some kind of pole. I don't know. It was dark. It was snow. I don't know what happened.
And they didn't bring you to a hospital?
Oh.
Police?
There were no police. I got out of the car and I walked.
You just left the car there?
Yeah. It had a pole in its engine.
Did you get knocked out?
I don't remember.
You might have a concussion.
It's just a little cut.
You're drunk, aren't you?
That would explain the pole, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm calling an ambulance.
No, you are not.
All right, look, you should calm
Where
down.
have you been?
I came as soon as I listened to you.
I've been trying to reach you all night.
I was having dinner.
With who?
No one.
Who?
No one.
I don't believe you.
Paul. I was having dinner with Paul.
That's just fucking fantastic.
You shouldn't have told him, Stevie.
No, cocksucker deserved it.
Promise.
Did you fuck him after dinner?
Come on.
Did ya?
No.
Did you want to?
I'm leaving.
No, Molly, I'm sorry.
I don't have to be around you when you're like
You're
this.
right, I'm
You're being
sorry.
an asshole.
I'm sorry, Molly.
It's not good enough.
Molly, don't go. I'm asking you, please.
Why'd you tell me?
shouldn't have.
Fired me, Stevie. You did, right after you paid the check and told me you never wanted to see me in the office.
Fucking prick!
You got me fired.
Yeah, well, I got fired too, so that makes
So are you hearing me? I'm saying I got fired because of you.
Okay, here's the plan. You're gonna go to Paul and you tell him that if he doesn't give you your job back, you're gonna go to every newspaper in the country and tell
Are you
him
crazy?
No, it'll work.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, if you want your job back, this is what you gotta do.
I don't want my job
Why are
back.
you protecting
I'm
him?
not. I'm protecting myself.
No, Molly.
You don't care about me getting my job back. You just want to use me to get back at Paul.
That's not true.
You're just like him.
Who, Paul?
This isn't some game, Stevie.
You don't know me.
Stevie.
You don't know me, but do you want to know?
No.
Do you want to know what I've been doing for the last 5 hours?
Stop
And also, do you know you didn't lose a job? You lost an internship. A fucking internship. I'm the one that lost the job. Do you want to know what I was doing while you were having dinner with Paul? I went and I talked to Duff. I practically begged her to hire me, and she said no. Straight to my face like I was nothing. And I listened to some waitress talk about how her brother's brains got chopped into mincemeat overseas and how her family's gonna lose their restaurant, and on and on and on. I listened to all of that for an hour while she shoved drinks down my throat. I really think that maybe it would.
God, you're probably thinking, you know, what a great story this chick's
Oh,
brother would make.
yeah,
You could
totally.
get him up on stage
Yeah,
next
no,
to
yeah,
Morris.
that would be
All
such a
that
great
headline
story.
high.
If I could get him on stage, that'd be fucking golden. Dude in a wheelchair drooling onto his shirt, and then Morris comes in and puts his hand on his shoulder and tells everybody that he's gonna fix everything. But you know what, Molly? I don't work for the governor anymore. So it doesn't matter how good this chick's sob story was. It's never gonna see the fucking light of day!
You know what? Getting fired is probably the best thing that'll ever happen to you.
I'm fucking sick of people telling me what's good for me.
You're like him.
Well, like,
I don't even know what you are.
What do you want me to say, that I'm a monster?
No, what I'm
That I have
saying
no soul, that I'm, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm a monster. I'm a fucking loser and a fucking idiot and a fucking asshole and I hate you! Why did I stop from this part? Ruining my job! Why do I stop now? No! What am I about to fall back on, Molly? My girlfriend who left me because I was never home, some bullshit consulting job in DC, I'd suffocate. I've been working in politics since I was 15 years old. 10 fucking years, Molly. I don't know anything
Sit
else.
down.
No, I don't
Sit the
want
fuck down. Come on.
What are you doing? Just be quiet. No, just let me do this. Don't you see what Please, quiet. How did it happen?
Enough talking.
I need to know.
Because I'm stupid. This made me feel special. I fell for it. Telling me how smart I was, how mature I was, how talented. Felt nice to hear those things. That kind of attention. Half of me knew he was lying, but the other half of me wanted to believe him, so I just decided to let myself believe him. And one night he brought me into his office and opened the door and
Is it like that with me? What? Did you think that I was lying to you, the things that I said?
yeah, it's a little.
I wasn't lying to you.
Doesn't matter now anyway.
But I wasn't. No, it's important to me that you know
Well,
that.
now I know. Come on, let's get you to a hospital.
Can we just stay here?
You really need stitches.
What's wrong with me, Molly?
Just have a bad cut, that's
No,
all.
what's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you, Stevie.
There has to be something wrong with me, or I wouldn't be sitting here bleeding like this. I still have my job.
Will you stop talking about your job for a second?
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know, you can figure that out tomorrow. Come on, let's get out of
I'm
here.
nothing without this job.
There are more things in this world besides politics, Stevie.
Not to me.
Well, that's what's wrong with you.
But I don't even know anything else. I don't even know where to begin. Hey, Stevie. Can you start it to me?
I don't know. You can just start over.
How? How do I do that?
I can't answer all these questions for
You're
you.
making me ask them, so help me answer
I'm
them.
not making you do anything. I'm just trying to get you to a hospital.
You think you're some kind of saint, don't you?
What?
You know what? Fuck this.
Steve.
No. Fuck this. Fuck all of this. This is bullshit is what it is. This isn't me. This isn't me crying for myself, you know, acting like a goddamn pussy. No. I don't lose. I win. Even when I lose, I win. And I'm not gonna let Duffy or Paul or you or anybody know. No way. Not a chance.
Grow up,
Grow up?
Stevie.
Oh, and how the fuck old are you? This has nothing to do with it. You're a teenager. That you're 19 years old? Yeah, I think it does. What fucking right do you have on me to grow up?
Jesus Christ!
Do you want to hear about you? You're that pretty little girl with a few more brain cells than all the other ones, prancing around, sniffing all the big dogs like a bitch in heat because it makes you feel good that somebody with some actual power will take 10 minutes out of their schedule to bend you over in a closet.
Hi, Stevie. Give it back. Give it back. Use your fucking
I
phone.
think this would sound better coming from yours.
Oh, who are you calling?
What do you think?
I'm gonna go get some.
Hello, Ida. This is Stevie. I have a story for you.
Don't.
Oh, hold on. No.
No.
Calm down.
Please don't do this.
Sorry about that. That was the cleaning lady. Right, so this story, it's a good one, Ida. After I give it to you, you're going to do a feature on me. My version of the last few days. You're going to figure out a way to get it into the Times. You ready? Paul had an affair with a 19-year-old intern. Yeah, that's right, 19 years old. Her name is Molly Pearson. Pearson. This phone line I'm calling from? It's hers. Call her. If she won't talk to you, then you can cite me as a source. I'll tell you everything. Right now, if you want. I'll meet you downstairs at the bar in 10. You should come with. You can give them your side of the story.
How could you do that?
How could I not? You coming with or staying behind?
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Benjamin Bowers. I'll be taking over as the governor's new communications director. The governor has this statement to make. Paul Zara and Stevie Bellamy served our campaign well from day one. While we regret the circumstances under which they must leave us, we will always be grateful for the contributions both have made in getting us a few steps closer to the White House. This election is not about who and who doesn't work for us, but about how we can work for you, the American people. It's your best interests which should be making headlines, not minor shakeups in our organization. Rest assured that this small bump in the road will not deter us. We're strong as ever and getting stronger by the day because we get our strength from you, from your hard work, your dedication, your belief that we can make this country a better place for us all. And as long as you keep giving us your strength, will deliver you the stronger, safer America you all deserve. Thank you very much. I won't be taking questions.